Alright guys, so I'm back out in the garage, doing lots of screwing around, but I got everything done underneath the car, got the oil in, filter on, I put in the starter. I think that's all I kind of want to do. Next thing I'm going to do, I got this set of Taylor wires, so I'm going to make my own plug wires, so I'll just kind of set the cap on the rotor and then I'll kind of, do my thing. I'm not too sure what way I'm going to run them, I'll probably just run them on the side. And I got to put this coil in somewhere on the firewall, I guess. So I'll figure out a nice spot for that. I gotta make sure I test fit the wipers, make sure that the wiper motor still fits. But yeah, kind of making some progress. I gotta find a fuel pump. I think I have one in my miscellaneous stash of stuff. If I can get that in there, and then maybe even get it to run off of a jerry can. If I can get all that dealt with. So I don't know if we'll do that all tonight, but I'm going to keep hammering away at it. And yeah, progress is progress. Alright guys, so here we go. I just kind of got all the plug wires where they're going to be. I don't have any hold downs or anything. But this side all done. I got that side all done. I ended up putting the coil in the firewall and making that little wire there. So that's pretty much all done there. Like I said, oil's in it, filter and all that's done underneath. So I was going through a kind of a quick checklist. I got to get some wiring. I think I have a set. Hook up to the battery and then the starter. And then I got to wire up the distributor, which is pretty simple. Just it's like a ready to run jobby. So I got to do that. And I got to find my little remote starter so I can roll the motor over. So I can find top dead center, drop the distributor in, wire it up. Then it should be a matter of just filling the float bowls and letting her go. But it's about 10 o'clock right now, starting to get dark, so I think I'm going to call it for today. I'll be back at tomorrow, and I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the next day. See if it make a little bit of noise. Alright guys, so next day, I don't know where I left off exactly, but so the plan today, I got some miscellaneous stuff. I got a transmission line I'm going to have to just cut and use some rubber hose to loop it around, because I don't have a cooler or a radiator or anything like that. I have this miscellaneous battery cable, so I'm going to hook that up to the starter and then just kind of jumper it to a battery. I have this little trigger, so I'm going to end up doing this. We'll go 12 volts and then this will go to the solenoid on the starter to roll it over. And then all I'll have to do is run 12 volts to the coil after I wire that up. And that should be that. And then I actually just picked this yoke up. I had a buddy of mine machine it all down, put a counterbore in it so it'll fit in this truck Turbo 400 nicely. So I can do that, get that in there, and I can actually start measuring for a drive shaft. But I think that's pretty much all I gotta do. Maybe some little vacuum lines and stuff, but I'll flip the front end forward, show you what I'm talking about, get this all kind of wired up, see if I can spin the motor over at least, because I gotta still set the distributor and the timing and all that. Alright guys, so I'll show you where I'm at. So, I've it's a pain to kind of show you here because I got to walk all the way around the car, but I ended up hooking up this little jumper, so when I click this button here, it rolls the motor over. So what I did, I pulled out #1 spark plug, I put my finger over the plug, and with my other hand, I triggered it so it rolled the motor over, and you wait until the compression stroke, it blows your finger off, and then you can check down here at the timing mark. I clean it up, hopefully you can see. But it gets you kind of in the ballpark. Then with a wrench, you roll the motor over. So I have it rolled over to about 8 degrees. So I'm going to static time this thing. So now I know it's at 8 degrees. I have to have the rotor. I'm going to put the cap up. You can see it's kind of tight on this thing. But I'm going to roll the rotor over so it's pointing at #1, which is that wire in this case. I'll drop the distributor in. That way it'll be pretty close. Then I can kind of twist the distributor while I have the plug out, and when it kind of sparks, I'll know that's right at 8 degrees. So that's what I want to do. Now showing the other side how I kind of rigged this up. I just used the spare battery I had, but basically I just ran positive side of the battery to the starter, negative to the battery, then negative just to the frame. And then I just used the other side of the jumper. One goes to the battery and the other one goes to the solenoid and the starter. So when you do it, it just cranks it over. It's like, kind of keyed power. So that's that. So that's pretty much there. I'll drop this distributor in, get it where I want it. Now there's no power distributor yet. I still have to wire it, but it's real easy. Black is ground, red is going to be switch power, which I'm just going to jump her off the battery. And then the yellow one in this case is going to be the signal from the coil itself. And yeah, I think that's all I really got to do. Pretty sure that's how it works. I'll double check the wiring harness there. And then wire up the coil and I should be good. So I'll get this all kind of wired up, bring it back, show you how it is. We'll go from there. Alright, I figured I'd give you guys an update. So I managed to get it all back together, static timed. Everything was fine there. I got the coil hooked up, so pretty simple. It's kind of 2 wires distributor at ground, and then I just ran one to the battery. I started filling up the carburetors with fuel, and the front one started pouring out the bottom of the accelerator pump. So I took it apart, and I mean, these carburetors are obviously stored full of fuel, so they're full of junk. The needle and seat was stuck, the gasket's all ripped up, the diaphragm I pulled out. I had one diaphragm of the, I don't know where to put it, of the accelerator pump. It's all wore out and was leaking and stuff, so unfortunately these carburetors got to be gone through. I was hoping they were going to be good. The guy told me they were. Such is life. So I'll probably, I'll pull both these off, take them apart, take the fuel bowls off, go run down to the parts store, see if I can get some gaskets for it, and go from there. Put them all back together with new accelerator pumps, clean them all out, blow them out with air, carb clean them, and then try again later on tonight or tomorrow. So I guess we'll see how it goes, but that's where I'm leaving it for now. Go and get some supper, take a little bit of a break, and then see if I can get some of the stuff from the speed shop. Alright, well, things will spiral out of control. I ended up taking this carburetor all apart and re-gasketed it and cleaned it all out and stuff like that. So I just bought this, whatever service kit or whatever. And I was taking this one apart, and I figured I'd just show you, just off the one float bowl, how crazy it is. So that's inside. The float is actually stuck to the bottom. It's so junked up there. Look at that. So I mean, the needle and seat was jammered, the accelerator pump, the diaphragm fell right apart in my hand, the passages all the way through for the accelerator pump, and everything was just, it's so corroded. So I was taking it apart, cleaning it, putting in new gaskets and putting it back together. But what a snafu. This guy told me it was a ready to run setup. It is what it is. But yeah, so one carburetor's done. I'll probably take this one apart, start cleaning it up. And it's starting to get pretty late. Hopefully I'll get it back together tonight. And then maybe it'll run tomorrow. I guess we'll just see. But yeah, stay tuned. Well, I got these things, or this one carburetor pretty much all done. The accelerator pump, the little nozzle where it goes through, it's clogged up. I tried jamming some water and stuff in there, so I have to soak it maybe overnight. And you just gotta be a little piece of junk in there or whatever it is. So hopefully that'll break free, so I can get some compressed air through there. I should be able to put this all back together and go from there. So I think that's it for tonight. It's been a long one, lots of fails, but yeah, like I said, I'll get this thing all dealt with overnight, put it back together tomorrow, hopefully put it all back together on the car and make some cool noises. Alright guys, well, it's the next day, carburetor's on. It was a nightmare cleaning these things. I had them apart a couple times. Everything was so gummed up, but whatever. It's all together now. I pretty much got it wired up there, so I'm pretty excited to try this thing. All I gotta do is just that coil wire, hook that up, and then I got my little trigger, fire extinguisher, because that is important stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll just kind of dump a little gas down the carburetor, and then I filled the bowls, so hopefully it'll get going. So I'll get this thing wired up, set the camera up, and wish me luck. Alright, so there's my trigger. Hopefully I'll just roll it over and it'll fire up. I just got the timing set kind of at 8 or 10 degrees. And yeah, no advance or nothing like that. No vacuum advance or anything, so fingers crossed. Idles and everything. Don't want to run it too long there with no water in it. Obviously it needs a little more fuel or something like that, but it's got, you know, no vacuum advance or nothing like that hooked up. The timing is who knows where, just kind of close enough, but it fired up, it idled. I was a little worried the tunnel ram and the carburetors and all that was going to be a bit of a nightmare, but that's a pretty big win. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked on that. Wow. Well, that's pretty good. On a side note, I picked up these wheels. They were off a Buick of some sort. They're 15x7, 4 3/4 bolt pattern. This is a caps. I have one extra one. I'm hoping I maybe get a sticker for the center. I'm just gonna do the same thing. Paint these suckers black. Maybe swap them out for the keystones. But I might just bask in the glory of this for a little while, because that was a big moment. A year in the garage, finally made some noise. So now I can measure up for a drive shaft, figure out a radiator, screw around with all this wiring, but yeah, that's pretty exciting. Alright, we'll be back with those wheels painted up maybe, and I think that's going to be it for today. And then I'll clean up this disaster of a garage. Yeah, on to the next one. Alright guys, so I'm working on these wheels that I got for the Chevelle. So I've got 4 to 5 painted. I figure I'd just kind of show you. That's the first one I did, so it's kind of dried a little bit. That's what I started with, so that'll look good. Got to get some center cap stickers tomorrow. The local guy, I think, has some bow ties. And then, yeah, back to this thing. I'm stoked to work on it. Hearing it run is pretty sweet, so I'm going to finish painting these wheels up, start cleaning up the garage, because it's been a disaster the last few days getting this thing together. It was totally worth it, thrashing to make it happen. So I got some sort of transmission leak I noticed. I don't know if it'll... So I got to deal with that from having it run, because that's no bueno. And yeah, drive shaft, wiring, all sorts of miscellaneous stuff. But yeah, lots of progress, so that's awesome. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Keep watching the channel. Tell your friends, subscribe, all those good things. And yeah, should be on the road soon.